design here.
Thanks for joining us, James.
That's all good.
What do you do with Yoobee School of Design?
So I'm a tutor or a teacher, and I teach level 4 creative media.
Yep.
So I do introduction to design foundation, graphic design. I do introduction to film. I do introduction to animation, and I do introduction to interactive, which is like websites.
You do everything.
Yeah. So yeah.
A lot of introduction.
Yeah. So if you want to get smart at something, let me know. I've got you. I always got you.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And so what have you bought today? What has Yoobee Design got here
Right,
today?
myself, I bought nothing, but
the School of Design here.
my school designed Yoobee. Yoobee College's School of Design. We bought a booth with a couple games from student games from last year, from the level 2s, and we're just kind of wanting more people to try them out and hopefully enroll with us.
Yeah, cool. Just promoting the school.
Yeah, promoting the school. Yeah.
Very cool.
Easy.
What question have you got, Odin?
What games do you have?
What games do I have? Oh.
What games do you have showing?
What games do I showing? Still talking about me.
We'll do that next.
We've got 2 games. We've got 2 student games. One's called an eviction notice, which is kind of like a dialogue, story-based game, and another one's called Apocalypse Now, which is a post-apocalypse game where you can change the scenery, kind of like Link to the Past. It's a real good example, but it's quite innocent.
I should play that.
You should. I'm pretty keen for you to play it as well.
Yeah, no, we'll try that out.
Yeah. And I think that's it.
Thanks for joining us, Connor.
No worries, yeah.
What do you do at Yoobee School of Design?
So my main role is kind of coming to all these events and kind of getting outreach to all the younger. This is really an important event for us because it obviously touches a lot of age groups. Everyone's interested in gaming, and a big part of what we do is we have a diploma, 2-year diploma in game art and development. So they get here, they get to play the student-made games, get to try what we have on our campus, which is all the VR stuff, all the computers, and we get to talk to them more about the process of these video games, which is really important for us. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's really, I've always liked video games, but when I was younger, there was no avenue to learn how to make video games.
Yeah,
so it's really cool to see that now.
It's more accessible now than it was a long time ago, and it seems to be a lot easier than it was a long time ago to kind of get into that field. Yeah, not quite. It's definitely come a long way, and we're actually really lucky in Wellington because we have a lot of these small startups. We got Weta Workshop, which has a game division, and Weta does take a lot of our students in, so it's kind of cool. A lot of people that do study don't realise that they're going to have to one day move out of their city to find a job. Like, that's reality of studying. But we're very lucky in Wellington. We have a lot of these things, Avatar going on, a lot of students going to different avenues. Yeah.
Do a lot of the students stay in gaming, or are they branching out to
the
film industry or other artistic avenues?
It's interesting that you bring that up because a lot of our diplomas start with film and animation, and then they kind of go into game, or they go into film, or they go into animation. They spread out. Yeah, exactly right. And it's because there's a lot of cross-pollination between all of these different subjects. You see that a timeline almost relates to all 3: game, film, and animation. Yeah,
especially the way films have gone. It's more
exactly
more
right. Yep. So there needs to be this cross-pollination and understanding of the different departments and stuff like that. I mean, even you think about like cutscenes in a video game, that can involve all 3. So yeah.
What is your favorite video?
I'm actually very into VR myself. That's a really hard question. Probably Arizona Sunshine is probably one of my favorites on VR. I think it's on PlayStation VR as well. Yeah, so I played it with the HTC Vive, and I've completed it. Very good. It's very good. If you're into zombie games, awesome. Yeah, awesome game. Yeah. It's a little bit scary. There's a part where you're actually in like some tunnels, and you've got to use a torch and look around. It scared me so many times. It's so scary. It's so scary. Yeah. Yeah, you would love it.
Cool. How can people find out more about Yoobee School?
Yeah, so go through our website. That's the best way to kind of get information. And then our team's always willing to help us answer any questions. Yeah, very cool. Come see us. We're always at all the careers events at schools. I try to get to as many as I can. And obviously things like this, community engagement events like this, they're the main ones. Cool. All right, thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us.
She decided to become the hunter's apprentice. She had promised skills and she displayed keen senses. So she would walk away from her noble heritage.